Hey everyone, today we're checking out the OneOdio OpenRock S, a more budget-friendly option to the OpenRock Pro that I recently reviewed because these retail for $89 US. And you're getting quality almost on par with earbuds, double their price. So we're gonna cover it all today, compare them to other earbuds out there from other brands, because as usual here, we're going in depth. Now let's start with the design here. You get a more streamlined finish over the OpenRock Pro. And I wasn't a huge fan of the silver finish on the Pros, to be honest, but they do use the same adjustable hooks that the Pro have, which is great because they worked really well. It's super easy to adjust the size so they can fit any ear size well, even my giant ears. So if you want to make them really secure, you can do that, but it won't feel as comfortable. You can adjust that hook there, make it a bit looser, and that's going to be more comfortable. I kind of go in between a loose and a tight fit, and they work great for me. It's a kind of fit I could wear all day. The buds themselves aren't as compact as the Pro, but it feels about the same on the ear. Now you aren't getting comfort on the level of buds from like a Latency or the Shox Open Fit. They have a more light feel on the ear, but they are double the price, and the OpenRock S get the job done. So no matter what you're doing, running, weight training, just chilling out, they're gonna work great for you. And I use these in a 2-hour weight training session. I didn't have to readjust the buds one time. In my quick running test, they stay on completely fine as well. And this kind of fit is more suited for runners, cyclists, where you wanna be able to hear your surroundings, not get hit by a car, and listen to some music or podcasts at the same time. And that's what you get with the open ear fit. It's like you're wearing nothing on your ear since nothing is digging into your ear canal. And if you do like using your earbuds when you are training, you get a bit sweaty like me, these have an IPX sweat and water resistance. So fine for sweat, splashes of water, use in the rain, you just can't submerge the buds in water. Now in terms of battery life here, you're getting some pretty crazy numbers because you get 19 hours from the earbuds, which is the same as the OpenRock Pro, but you now get 60 hours in total with the charging case compared to 46 hours you got on the Pro. And the case is a lot larger, but it is much thinner than the Pro case, which is nice, but both of the cases still not really pocket friendly. You get the same fast charge here, so chuck the buds in the case for 5 minutes, you're gonna get 1 hour's playback. And in my battery test, I didn't do the whole 19 hours, but I got over 9 hours from the earbuds, and that was before they even hit 50% battery. So that was at 60% volume on a Galaxy S10e, so pretty close to what they're actually advertising there. And the case itself actually feels more sturdy than the Pro case, so very premium feel. It's got nice weight to it, and the hinge feels nice and sturdy with 4 LED indicators on the front, so you know when to charge your case up. Now with controls, you're getting touch controls here compared to a physical button on the OpenRock Pro. And sadly, you don't have the option to turn volume up and down on the earbuds since they don't utilize a single tap. Where on the OpenRock Pro, you have the option to increase or decrease volume. And since these don't have any app support, it's not something you can expect in the future. These also don't have in-ear detection, but most open earbuds don't really have it anyway. Now with connectivity, you get Bluetooth 5.3, SBC and AAC, no aptX this time around, which was on the OpenRock Pro. Still no multi-pairing, but you can use one earbud at a time while you leave the other in the case. And when you are using one earbud, it will work in mono mode, so you hear the left and right audio channel out of the one earbud. And these don't have a low latency gaming mode, but in my quick test, the latency wasn't too bad, but here are the detailed results I got in my test on both iOS and Android. So 400 milliseconds is fine if you're into casual gaming. You want to get closer to 200 milliseconds if you're into faster action games like shooters. Now a pretty big upgrade here is the microphone system. So now you get 4 mics compared to 2. It's a pretty decent improvement. So let's head outside and see how the call quality compares. All right, so starting the test here with my iPhone 12 Pro microphone, so you can hear all the noise going on around me. All right, so here is the call quality of the OneOdio OpenRock Pro. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here is the call quality of the OneOdio OpenRock S. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, before we talk about sound quality, if you're enjoying this style of video, please chuck a like down there because it really does help the video and the channel out. Now, when talking about the sound quality here, first, you got to bring your expectations down when it comes to open ear earbuds. With an open ear fit, it relies on the direction of the sound rather than going through an actual ear tip straight into your ear canal. So you're not going to get sound anywhere near a bud with an ear tip. You're also not getting sound comparable to a pair like the AirPods 3. They're all going to sound better, so keep that in mind. Now the OpenRock Pro, from all the open earbuds that I've tested, overall at all volume ranges have the best sound. And the OpenRock S is actually better in some ways. In other ways, it's a slight downgrade. First, a new feature here is called rock mode and relaxation mode. You hold down for 2 seconds on both earbuds and that'll switch the EQ, dialing down the bass slightly with the relax mode on. And that's all it really does. So if you want to use that, it's there. I personally wouldn't use it. But now onto the sound itself. The first thing I noticed when I chucked these buds in and played some music was the pretty open soundstage. Decent improvement over the OpenRock Pro, which didn't have terrible soundstage to start with. So the sound is a bit more in front and slightly wider. The second thing I noticed is the upgraded treble. It has more detail, it's a bit more crisp. You get more sparkle and detail compared to the Pro. And with that, better instrumentation, especially with things like acoustic guitars, distorted guitars, synths, orchestration, all that good stuff. Now, what is slightly lacking is the bass response. You get about 15% less bass overall compared to the Pro. And the mid-range is also slightly more forward on the Pros. Also keep in mind with open ear earbuds, when you're below 60% volume, this is when you're gonna hear most of the bass. The closer you get to 100%, the bass has to be brought down to reduce distortion. And that's something that the Pros had no issues with. On the S here, there is the slightest amount of distortion, and it's kind of at random volume ranges. A song that I used to test with a decent amount of bass is called Force by Sonic Species. And then at about 70% volume and 90% volume, there's a very subtle amount of distortion with the mid bass on this song, but it's not too noticeable and it only happens with a couple of rare songs. So overall, it's kind of hard to say whether or not one pair is better than the other. I'd say the OpenRock Pro do work slightly better with electronic music and more bass heavy music, but they still sound decent with any kind of genre. But the OpenRock S compared does perform better with pretty much any instrumentation. So rock, metal, orchestration, classical, sounds better at those middle volumes, but it's actually at the higher volumes closer to 100% where it will shine even more, where the OpenRock Pro at higher volumes sound better with bass heavy music. Now, compared to other open ear earbuds out there, I do have an older model of the Aladdin stereo, so it's not really a fair comparison, but I recently reviewed the Shox OpenFit and they do sound better, but they are double the price of the OpenRock S. And they do have a much more noticeable distortion issue above 70% volume, to the point where I wouldn't really recommend them unless you are listening at more moderate volumes. Where with the OpenRock buds here, you can crank them at any volume and you get no distortion except for the slightest amount on the S. So overall, I'd say OneOdio has succeeded in bringing you some great value at a pretty decent price. You get almost everything the Pro has except the volume control, but you get better mic quality, the sound quality is on par. Overall, it's a decent deal. And purchase links are down below. If you want to check out more open ear earbuds, check out my playlist right here with all my videos covering open ear earbuds. So check that out. In the meantime, stay picky. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.